Hi everyone, it's Kay here. Thank you very much for joining me today. I'm going to be sharing with you as part of Thrifty Thursday, which is a open collaboration hosted by Sheree of Turquoise Dreaming, and I'll put her link below. And if you put in the hashtag Thrifty Thursdays, you'll see lots of other people doing this as well. And Sheree also has a Google Doc in her description box listing all the people doing this Thrifty Thursday. Now I'm doing this before I have my operation, so when you see this I will be possibly not doing very much because I'm supposed to rest for a week anyway. So I went to my library to return some books, and they have a bit of a bookshelf with 20-cent books. So 20 cents really. I mean, I know I've already got an art book, but this one's the perfect size for just putting in journals. I mean, I wouldn't use them all, but there's some really lovely pictures in there. Cute, different, fun. They are glossy, but they're just a really good size, I thought, and just 20 cents. And I don't know, I thought, I've already got an art book, Kate. Do you really need another one? 20 cents? I mean, really? You can't pass it up for 20 cents, can you really? It's just really different and interesting, and it's lovely. It's a Van Gogh. So it'll be perfect to add to journals as a little journaling card, or as a little book, or as a cover for a little book, or something for interest, things like that. 1953, rush hour, 5th Avenue, New York. Goodness. Isn't that? That's lovely. That's lovely. 1850 that one is. Really lovely pictures in here. So I thought for 20 cents can't go wrong. And the other 20-cent book I picked up was this one, which was very serendipitous, because I'll show you why in a minute. This is a story about a violinist from New Zealand who went to fight in the First World War, and it's got some genuine pictures of him and where he came from. And I've actually been to the Otago Peninsula with my husband and my 2 children when they were 9, 10 maybe, 10, 11, I can't remember. This was published in 2018, and it's a story about how this man took his violin with him, and he played to the troops. It took him to Gallipoli, which is where the name ANZAC came from. ANZAC means Australian New Zealand Army Corps, and it was for New Zealand troops and Australian troops. And it was probably not a very helpful campaign, because I think that people blame the British for sending them there. I don't know, because it didn't really serve any purpose, but I don't know. I don't really know whether that's true or not. I just don't know. I mean, I did do the First World War, but it was a long time ago when I was at school. So anyway, this man got injured, got sent by train, went back home again. And then one day in 1918, a package came to his home, and somebody had found his violin and had repaired it. And so he knew that his friends had looked after his violin, and he gifted the violin to his old school. And it says, "It will outlive me, but it will be a reminder to all who see it of the service and sacrifice of New Zealanders in the First World War." So, and this is the background to his story, and he was born in 1895 and he died in 1967, so he survived the war. So it's got all these wonderful things in there so I thought that was a really good because I'm doing this ANZAC journal for somebody, and I just asked somebody on the Facebook group that I belong to if they had this collection that I know that Uniquely Creative did called Tapestry of Time, and they said yes, and I was willing to pay, but this person sent this for free. So it's got some things in there that are not ANZAC related, but there are things like the Country Women's Association, and there are ANZAC things in there. Just got to find them. It's got some. There's one there, for instance, and there, and I can just use the frames to create little. There's a poppy So there's a few things in there I can use. So that was very kind of her. And it's got the words as well, which I thought would be really great in the journals I'm going to make this person. This person's already bought a journal from me to record her mother's World War II memories, but she said, but I did an Anzac journal, and I said, well, I can make you one. So, and people have been so lovely with doing that. And then another friend of mine, who lives locally near me, this is the collection I was talking about, and I didn't take all the papers, I just wanted some of the things to make the journal with. Like, that's an old map, I think that'd be fantastic. This is from Uniquely Creative Tapestry of Time. It's got the old maps, and I want to have the old maps as part of the journal. And I don't know if you can see this, has got a very faded poppies in the background, which would be perfect. And it's got all this vintage collage on the back, so that'd be really great. And this is a picture of let me think, of somewhere in the middle of Australia. Coolgardie is in Western Australia, but I just thought that would be really good to add to the journals when we can use that side too. So I took one of those from her, and she gave those to me for free. And then just, you can have them, Kay. And these are the ones that have got all the Anzac stuff in there. Memory of the King George the coins, lest we forget, you know, more coins, pictures of poppies, more poppies themselves, little tickets, words. This is from a matchbox. We call them redheads in Australia. I think they still do redheads, but I don't think they have that particular picture anymore. Anzac, the words. So there's a whole heap, and there's a picture here of some modern day soldiers. So we've got medals. It's just got a whole heap of Anzac stuff. In Australia, we have Anzac Day, and it's a day where we remember soldiers and service people. I shouldn't just say soldiers, it's just not just soldiers, it's her service people, men and women, who fought in all the wars we've had, and modern day service people as well, to remember what they've done for our country. And we have that on Anzac Day, and it's a public holiday, and there's a marches and dawn service and all those sort of things that happen. And I think it happens on the day that they went to Gallipoli. Anyway, and then I went to my second-hand shop this morning, and I came away with a whole heap of things. This was in the 50-cent bin, and it's a German dictionary, so I thought, well, yes, why not? It's got that sort of thin paper, but it's in, it's all in German, something different to add to my stash. I have some things from German, but I don't have a book. And from the 50-cent bin was this book about homemaking. I'm also doing a it's a nice book. I'm also making a retro journal as well. I'm trying to get it all done, most of it done, before I have my operation on my shoulder, and I can't do anything. This was published in 1967, but it'll just be perfect to add to retro journals. Just that mid-century modern kind of look. Just lots of text, nicely yellowed. Pages feel nice. It's got all these little things. Very, very, very. That's very 70s. That one, late 60s, I suppose. 67, I suppose. It's got a. Thought that'd be really good. Good diagrams and more diagrams. Bugs that could be in your home. Things you can do to help you get rid of them. How you care for your floor. Picture centerpiece made from shells and plastic flowers. Oh, I suppose that would have been maybe the thing, but I don't actually remember having anything like that in my house, in my mum and dad's household when I was that age. 1967, I would have been 10 years old. So there's even got some first aid stuff here. Okay. I've got some recipes. Oh, look at that. Some of the things we used to do, truly. Oh. Okay, yes. The old pineapple. It's not actually a real, I don't know if they've stuck flowers in the pineapple itself, I don't really know. Gold Coast Curry. So I thought that would really, that was 50 cents as well, so that would be really good for my retro journals. And then I found some other things. There was this canister book, but I picked it up mainly because of the papers. Wasn't particularly interested in the canister book itself, but I could possibly use it for something. Just get this sorry for the plastic rattling, sorry. But that'd be really good to have something different in journals. I've never played canister, so I've got no idea how this works. Oh, I like the, oh, that's right. Oh, it's a bridge scorer. Oh. So it's not a canister. So the book's canister, but the papers are for bridge. Well, there you go. Bonus. But I've seen people have these in their journals, and I like that colour. That's very sort of retro. All proceeds to ARAFMI, Associations of Relatives and Friends of the Mentally Ill. Oh, good cause. And this book, which was the canister, 1951. So that's pretty good. That's a good just something maybe to pop in your journal or use it as a collage. Doesn't really have anything pictures wise, just the picture on the back's pretty good though. And then you've seen me with this kind of thing before. But I love them so much that when I saw more, I picked them up. Not these. I've got enough little notebooks to last me a lifetime. I don't really need them. Oh, somebody's work. Oh, wow. Angry and upset. It's an art journal. In a paper bag. Bonus. Does it mean that? No. Perfect. I know somebody who would like that. My granddaughter, I can give her that because I've got oodles of these sort of things. And this is what I picked it up for, because I've already got some of these already, but they're really fantastic. If you haven't seen it before, what happens is they're double-sided. They're put in the notepad, double folded over kind of thing. Does that make sense? It doesn't really make sense, does it really? Because look, folded out like that, and it's not, you can tear that, but it's not sort of joined at the top, which is really interesting. I just love them, and they're really lovely, fabulous colour. They're in very good condition. I've already got 4, 5. This makes 7. I use them quite a lot of my journals. Fabulous. And then they had this old books, and I had a look at a few of them, and I just picked up the 2. Isn't that lovely? That is gorgeous. There's no date on it. It's just beautiful. I love these old sort of textural kind of paper. It just feels really, I don't know, it just feels different. I've got a coloured book like this, an old farm book, which is 1940 something or other. So I reckon this could be about that era as well. And it comes with the bright, vibrant colours and the way the paper feels. It's just beautiful. And I thought, I saw this, I thought that'd be great in that Anzac journal of mine. It's just perfect. Person has done some colouring in that. It's like it's a colouring in book. So it's just, I just love the colours. And they're so bright and vibrant. And it's just gorgeous. This is gorgeous. They don't have dates on them, so I'm not 100% sure. Isn't that beautiful too? But I've got a feeling, given the way the paper feels, it could be as old as, let's see if I can grab it, if it's here. this book, which also has those bright colours and has that same kind of, let me see if I can find that same kind of sort of paper when it's coloured in. This one, we worked it out. I can't find this on the internet, this one at all, and it's 1946. So that's what makes me think this one's probably about the same kind of vintage. So I got that one, and then saw this one, and I nearly died because I thought, oh wow. Not nearly died, that's a bit of exaggeration, but look at that. This is a maze, that one. And it's got all, those have coloured in, but it's got all these little things you can make if you wanted to. It's got this lovely circus outline here. You can make a little circus theatre. Oh, it's a Jeep with a soldier in it. It's a shame it's not an Australian. I might be able to stick it in my Anzac book, but look, these are those 3D, you know, you cut out the picture and you use this as a stand to stand them up. Aren't they gorgeous? Again, there's no date on them. I'm just having a guess, possibly 1950s, given this Jeep. And the way that the pictures again look. There's no, yeah, definitely no date so far. Just going by the pictures, isn't it? It's just, they're just gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. And each page has got some different. There's a colouring in page. There's a Pied Piper of Hamelin. I am not too sure what these are. They look like little boxes. And there's the middle. Is it one of those mix and match games where you've got the faces here, the bottoms here, the middles here. No instructions. That's fascinating, absolutely fascinating. And the paper, look how thick the paper is. Look how yellowed it is, but it's in awesome condition. So are we supposed to guess who the characters are from the nursery rhymes? I think so, for that one. Actually, it tells you what to do here. Page 11. Fill in the combinations that belong together. Oh, I see. So you just cut them out and you stick them where they belong. Okay. And there's nothing on the other side, so you could do to cut that out if you wanted to and use it. Dot to dot. No, colour by number. Airplanes. See, look at this fashion. That'd have to be 50s, early 60s. Have to be. It's got these outlines here. Can you cut them out and colour them in? Use them as templates. Is that what this is telling you? So you cut them out, use paint, tap it out, spray around it, or we use a toothbrush on a wire mesh and then creates a pattern around it. Oh, I remember doing that. Gorgeous pictures. They're so bright and colourful. Speedboat with over trying to crack this, you know, race. It looks like a motorboat racing. Look at his helmet. Like he's got one of those early pilot hats with like made of the leather. I just love these ones, the farm ones. They're just beautiful, unbelievable. Oh wow! Look at the colours. Look, I've never thought about. I'm not a big fan of circus things. Maybe I might put this in my Etsy shop and see if somebody would like to buy that, because the images are gorgeous. More air things. And this is obviously a cut out the squares and put them together again in the right order. And that looks like a famous story. Maybe is that Dick Whittington, this cat? I don't know. All I can see is a cat. No idea. And then keeps going, this book puzzle. So you cut that out, stick it on the thing. And then if you did that, you wouldn't be able to see the. You stick it on the back. Okay. You stick it on that side, and then you cut out and make a jigsaw puzzle out of it. Make a with paper with split pins. I call them split pins, you know, those what Brad's people call them. I call them split pins to make a character. More Air Force things, and this bird and colour it in. And then the more animals on the back, because I was ashamed those two are connected. But I just thought that was stunning, absolutely stunning. And again, there's no date. It's by a company I've not heard of, Molder. And they had other ones. There was a Gulliver's Travels books. It was a Snow White one. I looked at the Snow White, but it was in black and white. It didn't really appeal to me. Not like this, but it was storybooks. They were just beautiful. And then to top it off, I just had to get this. It needs cleaning up. But I thought I'm going to put ephemera in there. And it's just cute. I just think it's so cute. I don't think it's old. It's got a Kmart thingy-majiggy here. Kmart sticker. Mind you, the Kmart sticker looks pretty old. So maybe it is older than I think. Needs to, because it just needs a bit of cleaning up. And I paid $10 for that, which probably isn't a thrifty far buy. I just, because they're just made of strong cardboard, but I just had to pick it up. It's just gorgeous. And I'm going to put things in there, like ephemera or, I don't know, downloads or digitals. I'm gonna find a use for it, because I just love it. Just gotta find room to put it. That's all. It's actually in pretty good condition, just a little bit grubby. All right. So that's my thrifty haul, and I'm so lucky. I have been so blessed with so many people generously giving me their things to help me with this Anzac Dirt Journal, and I'm so grateful for every one of you. I've just been really touched by your generosity, and I want to say thank you very, very much to those people, and we'll maybe see you soon, depending on how my shoulder goes. Bye bye. Thank you for joining me. Bye bye.